How much health does he have? Oh, here we go. We did it. No EXP screen. I think we won the game. We beat the game then. Damn it all. My plan was supposed to be perfect. Where did I go wrong? And there goes the spirit ore back to Miria, so I think we are good. I'll stay here. You go check on Miria. I'd like to be alone for a while. Okay, so he's not saying anything new, so let's just go visit Miria then. Do you mind going on ahead by yourself? I'm worried about Saria. Can I go back and check in on you? Saria. Well, you're doing a pretty terrible job checking on her, I have to say. I saw a pretty orb of light earlier, touched Miria and fused with her. For a while I thought she had regained consciousness, but she still shows no real signs of life. She must have shut herself off from the rest of the world. Well, good time was had by all. Of course I'm worried about Miria, but I'm also worried about Saria. I know I can leave Miria in your care. I'd like to be alone for a while. What else? Talk to the old man, maybe? Must have been so hard for Miria, that's why she's like this now. If you could make her recall a happy memory from her past, I think that might be enough to break her free from her trauma. King Jewel? I wonder if I was meant to use that against Hikari and I just didn't. I wonder if that would have made the fight easier. He just said, here, take this, and I, like, literally did nothing with it. Let me see if the guide said I needed to have done something with that item. It would have made so much more sense if I did say that. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's an entire quest about me making a sword that I evidently ignored. Whoops. Let's see. Alright, well, let's just finish things up then. Brooch? I didn't know about that. Alright, let's go back to Koizan. Just the two of us. No time to waste, go get that brooch. No time to waste, go get that brooch. I'm trying. Oh, Navarre, welcome back. Huh? No way, I wasn't sleeping. I'm serious. You saved Miria? You really are Hans' son. Retrieve Miria's brooch. So that's the brooch you gave her, Alright, let's go back to Lizgao. So let's give her a happy memory to recall. Show her that brooch. Did you find a way to bring her back? You show Miria the brooch. Navarre? Where am I? What's wrong, Navarre? Lutheran, you too? Oh, stop it. Don't look at me like that, it's embarrassing. Oh, okay, bye. Mr. Cozen? I'm gonna go Syria. Boy, she really got no development at the end of it. She just was mean and spiteful the whole way through. I've got thoughts, but I'm gonna wait till all of these cinematics finish up before I lay them on. Who the composer is for this. I don't know if the credit for the composer already flashed by the screen and I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'm looking up the composer now. Toshi Sakamoto. Those gnomes. Why does that name sound familiar? I know I've heard of them before. There we go. Music and soundtrack Satoshi Sakimoto. Looks like they composed Final Fantasy XII and Tactics, Vagrant Story as well. And that's the grave for our father. There's Miria, our family. Tactics Ogre also. The end. Tactics Ogre. He also did Magical Chase, which I didn't know. They were a co-composer on that. Digimon World Data Squad. Odin Sphere. Oh! No wonder I know who they are! They did Valkyria Chronicles! Wow, what a small world. I was about to say, yeah, Final Fantasy, these early Squaresoft games, but I'm like, nah, that's not where I know them from. Yeah, so they're the Valkyria Chronicles composer. What are the freaking odds I would play this random Game Gear game that would have that? So yeah, they've composed all of the Valkyria Chronicles, not just one, but 1, 2, 3, and 4. The game I literally just played. Well, that's enough going down memory lane and talking about the other games I played. Let's talk about this one. Moldorian. Very good game. For a Game Gear game with its quality of life, obviously there's a reduction with the fact that we don't have the best user interface, and you have to kind of keep in mind that there's hardware limitations and quality of life limitations that are inherent to Game Gear games. But that being said, overall, 77, fantastic RPG. I really like the fact that it had a wide world to explore. The world map was a lot bigger than most Game Gear games that I'm used to, that I've played RPG-wise, because even like the Lunar Walking School and the other games that I've played with Ray Earth, like a lot of the areas and locations were very small, but a lot of these areas were big enough to roam around in. Towns were cozy. They were populated just enough to be able to talk to everybody reasonably without it feeling like a major chore. I like the fact that there were spells, although I didn't really have to use them. In fact, you really were deterred from using them because of the fact that they missed so often. This was even true in the case of enemies and bosses. Like, their spells would rarely connect. I'm not kidding, like maybe 1 out of every 4 spells that were actually cast would actually deal damage to me if it was cast. And I think the graphics were very well done. For Game Gear games, I thought the enemy designs were excellent. I thought the towns and locations were very vibrantly colored. I think the composition of the music in this game was really good, and I do think that the music is quite memorable, at least for this type of sound chip. It's the Game Gear sound font and sound chip is just very nostalgic for me because it reminds me of like literally a Christmas ornament that was made in the 1990s that has like it plays like a Christmas carol, but it comes out of this it sounds like something that would come out of a Game Gear in terms of the way that it was composed. And so I have like fond memories of that, like every Christmas, like when I was growing up, and probably from whenever I could like form memories. So probably like reasonably like when I was like 5 years old in '93, remembering that ornament like every Christmas until I think we made our move here from Massapequa, New York to Springfield, and we just weren't setting up those types of ornaments as often. But I do remember for at least like 5 to like 9.5 listening to that, and hearing Game Gear music kind of always just gives me like flashes back to that moment in childhood. So it's one of my favorite sound fonts. Fun fact for you guys. But yes, 77, a quick, fun RPG, multiple characters. We had 8 total, which is a surprising amount for an RPG. Basically, you were getting like 1 new character an hour, up until like the very end. And like averaged out to be like 1 new character an hour, which is pretty funny. I did like the game. I did like the optional things you could do, like hunting these different unlockable chests and items. Obviously, unfortunately, there was a forge quest. Because I remember there was that one gnome that said, I won't go in unless I have like something you can forge. And I guess apparently you could have gotten that from one of the chests there towards the end and then taken it all the way back and then gone all the way up to fight the boss, but we just never did any of that. We just were stumbling along and we beat the entire game. So, but anyway, fantastic game, but the fun is going to end for a while. I won't be back until July 11th. Where I'll be doing a replay of Bug Fables per my Redeem. It is past the 1-year mark since I've last played it. In fact, it's been like 3 years, so it's eligible for a replay. For those of you who are amassing Blobbert points, but don't know what I have played, don't know what I haven't, because, I mean, I've literally dabbled with everything at this particular point, console-wise. You can always just whisper me in Twitch and ask me before redeeming your Blobbert points, and I'll whisper you back, like, yeah, I've used it, or yeah, I haven't used it. But in any event, I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll be playing Summon Night 6, and then I'm hoping that after that, I'll have Cosmic Fantasy 1 and 2 Collection on the Switch, because I'm hoping that Limited Run Games is going to forward my Switch copy to me. Because I know they were estimating when I pre-ordered it, like, I think half a year ago at this point, they were teasing that it was going to be released in August, and we're kind of getting to that point right now. Or at least we'd get more shipping information in August. And then, obviously, I'm playing Mario & Luigi Brotherhood. There's no doubt in my mind. I've played every Mario & Luigi game, and I've 100%ed them. Except for Dream Team, which regrettably I had to watch the ending for because I couldn't complete the final boss fight. Like, if there's anything I do need to redo, it is that game. But there's no point in me redoing it now if Brotherhood is around the corner. Basically, I was stuck at the final boss. I did everything there was to do in Dream Team anyway, except for the fact that I couldn't beat the game, so I had to watch the ending on YouTube. Just because of the gyro controls were, like, busted, so I couldn't win that. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, and have a good night, and I will see you all